everybody. This is COSC. Thanks for coming and chatting with me. Let me turn off all my side devices because my internet is not that strong. And what y'all want to talk about? Y'all been here since 8:30. Oh, y'all make my heart so proud. Listen, I was in the I mean, is this like a real announcement? Oh, Jesus. How can I move? There we go. All right. You can see my chin. You can see the microphone. Boop. All right. What happened today? I was in the mass orientation and I had not been in there. I think I missed 2 of the meetings, so I had to figure out what was going on. So I apologize for my tardiness. Usually I'm not this late, but y'all hung in there and y'all were having a whole conversation. And then Phil was hitting me up on the side like, there are 5 people alive. I don't know what you want me to do with them. And I was like, well, who's in charge of the girls? All right, let's see who is in here. Park's gonna go and say amen, my favorite saying. Yes, because the title of today's live is delayed but not denied. And that was because if you know the back ends of Mass 2.0, you know we had a whole cancellation of a whole ship, but that didn't stop the cousins from getting together. So we'll be talking about today, we'll be talking about my quick review of the Carnival Magic. We'll be talking about what else? I had to cancel a cruise, y'all. And then, of course, Mass 2.0. And then I need y'all's help in figuring out, there's still like 2 more cruises. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the live for that. This little piece of hair right there is like bothering me. Somebody needs to bring me scissors. Phil and D says, hola. Hola, Phil and D. You know, using your Texas skills. I appreciate that. Phil and D is saying, please be patient. She is wrapping a meeting. Phil and D sounds so, and then maybe also, I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. We'll bring in some of the people from Mass 2. If you're interested in talking about the Mass things. I think there's some way I can share a link. So maybe we'll get some people up to talk about like their experience or if they're new, what they're looking forward to. Kristen H is saying, good evening, everyone. Hey, Kristen girl, welcome in. Phil D is saying hello. I'm so happy y'all are here. I've been live a whole bunch of times and I'm just like, do people want to hear me again today? G Harris David saying, hello, cousins. Hey, G, welcome in. I see the official welcoming committee was here. So yeah, as some of you all know, I just got off of Carnival Magic. Let me see. Kristen is saying, hey, is everyone ready for Turkey Day? And listen, I will be because I ain't cooking nothing. But I think this is gonna be my last Thanksgiving cruising at least. Because I kind of miss the what is it, at home potatoes and green beans and all that good stuff. I miss having that. And the ships, sorry, I get closer. The ships don't be giving those things. So I think this might be my last Thanksgiving, at least maybe cruising for a bit. But I don't gotta get ready because whoever got the whatever Italian dressing looked like, that's what we be having this Thanksgiving. G is saying she is ready. Are y'all traveling for Thanksgiving? G, do y'all usually go out with family or do y'all, kind of wing it, or are you on the cruise with me? I don't know. And this is me talking to myself. With Phil and D is saying, oh yeah, we came in a little earlier and then, Phil and D got top secret information. So, yeah, let's talk about, I need to put my, hold on. You need to go on mute. Here we go. So yeah, let's talk about Carnival Magic a little bit. We got a new favorite moderator. I mean, Phil might be up a couple points because when I say I was like sitting in the meeting like a little student taking notes and was not paying attention, that the time was ticking away from me. Like Jodeci said, y'all know that one. I was completely just lost. So Jen Danielle is here, and Jen says, you're right on time. You are, Jen. Perfect timing. And then now I'm here. Let me try to get to the bottom of the chat a little bit. Couldn't find my mouse. All right. I think there we go. All right, so here we go. Bo says, good to see you back from the Magic. Yes, I made it. So Carnival Magic I had an 8-day cruise. I went to St. Martin, St. Thomas, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Grand Turk. And I went live with you all when I was in San Juan. Carnival Magic was cool. It's now ported out of Miami. What else? Embarkation was very smooth. So I know it's a bunch of people who are cruising on Carnival Magic for Thanksgiving. So yeah, Thanksgiving. Embarkation was seamless. Seamless. No issues. No issues, excuse me, at all. Um, and the ship, I will say though, reminded me a lot of like older ships. So like the front and the back of the ship looked like the Legend and the Pride, and in the middle of it looked like they stuffed a whole bunch of new stuff in the middle of it. My favorite area to sit was like Ocean Plaza. But the activities were very diverse. They had like wonderful singers, good comedians. What else? I'm sorry, I'm losing track. Oh, really good DJ. If he had like, he was like kind of like DJ Q's cousin. His name is Spectre Twist. Really, really good. So yeah, I mean it was a cool ship for 8 days. I kept getting it mixed up because I thought that it was the Vista class, but in reality it's the Dream class ship. So that was interesting. But I mean, I think it was cool. Some of the things that to be mindful of were like the bar, what is it called? The coffee bar was very crowded every morning. However, they do open up the steakhouse for you all to get coffee in the morning. So that's that. What else about the Magic that y'all want to know? A lot of good deck movies. I will say though, looking at the Facebook groups, and I try to wing between the Facebook groups, are like, are people just complaining, or like people like really talking about like, you know, I don't know, do people got issues or not? I don't know. But it seemed like some issues with the water on cabins and heat or air, sorry, on decks 3, 8, and I think some people said 11, maybe. I only had one moment where like I went back to the restroom and like the toilet water was brown, so they must have had like a little small, I don't know, interruption of plumbing for a bit. But for the most part, my cabin on deck 7 was really quiet. But what else? Some folks had some issues with just the air circulation. It seemed like in the ports, so that's something to be mindful of and prepare yourself for. I had my handy dandy 6-inch, what's that thing called? Little fan. So that seemed to kind of help. Let me know, are the commercials running? Because I see the numbers are jumping in a really weird way. So I'm not sure if I forgot to turn the commercials off. If so, my bad. I try to turn those off at least for the live so y'all can watch seamlessly. Who we got here? Oh, our Goody says my cruise was canceled. Yeah, the Carnival Panorama, which is a Vista class ship, had a bunch of, in that whole class of ships, the Vista seems to be having like some propulsion issues. I think they said that Carnival Vista either left. Yeah, sorry, I heard the bump. I think hope the mailman came late. I don't know what that thump was in front of my house, but anyway, I think the Vista is leaving Galveston early because it's having propulsion issues before it heads to Port Canaveral with nobody on it. They're relocating the ship without any passengers. So I don't know what's up with that, but that class of ship seems to have issues. But are they compensating y'all, Arguti, for the cancellation? Because it's like 3 sailings that got canceled. On the go of Yellow. Thanks for coming in on the go. I saw your comments on the pineapple people post. That was funny to me. On the go Yellow says, "Hey lady, not a turkey fan. That's hubby's thing. I like baking a ham." And my thing is I like honey baked ham. And that's definitely something that here I'm gonna do like this. I'm sorry, I'm preparing to invite people up and in. Hit copy. Okay, cool. I think I can put this in the chat. If you are somebody who's in, I'm sorry, I got distracted. If you're in Melanin C and want to come up or planning to go into a new one, now I have to know your name and your face already. Some of you all know if you haven't said Melanin C, yeah, I do know your name and face. But like, if you're just somebody really random that I have not met yet, I'm not gonna let you up. But there's the link, and we'll be monitoring. So who we got here? Kristen, I'm not a fan of honey baked ham. Or no, I'm sorry, you're baking a ham. I love honey baked ham though. And that's one thing that I know I'm gonna miss without having the whole like access to Thanksgiving. And I would say like the family. Well, I usually don't go to Thanksgiving with my family because we had like a lot of death around Thanksgiving. So I usually go with my really good friends from grad school. So yeah, I'm usually gone for Thanksgiving, but I usually don't travel like this. And the reason why this whole thing was called delayed, not denied, my family was supposed to come on Jubilee when it was Melanet C 2.0 before Jubilee wasn't ready yet. So I was supposed to be with my family on Thanksgiving, but I'll be cruising solo on the seascape with Melanet C cousins. Hey Kelly, welcome in. I dropped the link in the chat for any Melanet C folks who might be interested in, I think, joining. I hope I added the right link. Let me know if I didn't do that right. And potato salad. Just hold the raisins. Everybody's talking about now cranberry sauce, our duty. How do you like your cranberry sauce? Because I'm a kind of girl, I want the canned wrinkles in my cranberry sauce. Otherwise, I don't want homemade cranberry sauce. On the go, yellow says can't have one without the other. Some dressing and some greens. Now, I don't like my food to touch, and I'm sure there are people who agree with that one. I need the sections of my plate, and I need all the running things to be in their proper places. Okay, turkey breast with compound butter, and it was everything. My friends can cook. I agree highly. Fried turkey is everything. It's just the most dangerous thing you can possibly cook, but if you can get it and you can get it right, definitely do it. And Phil definitely kept the live going for everybody. Parker's gonna go. Hey, Parkers are speaking to Kristen. And while we're talking about holidays, also want to shout out to Cruise Kibitz because they have a whole survivor's guide to traveling on the holidays. So if you are interested in some tips and tidbits related to how to travel, keep your sanity, and make sure nobody gets hurt on Thanksgiving. They dropped a cool podcast related to how to travel on Thanksgiving or the holidays in general. So yeah, what else we got? Folks are talking about. I guess apparently butter is the ingredient. So yeah, all my port stops in Carnival Magic were pretty cool. St. Martin, as some of you all know, is my 33rd country, so that was fun. I actually went on the excursion on that one through Carnival because I wanted to get the lay of the land. Usually, if it's my first time going to a port, I try to do an excursion just so I can get some facts about the place. So I went ahead and did Carnival's excursion. I did the ultimate snorkel and beach excursion. And it took me to some top tier snorkeling. Like it took us over this a snorkel site where there was a downed or it was a helicopter that I think fell off a cliff during a hurricane and they just left it in the water. And there was a sunken ship or a submarine. I can't remember because I started freaking out when too many fish came around me. But I definitely remember seeing a helicopter. And then I think I panicked a little bit and paddled back to the ship. And then the beach that we went to was called Mullet Bay Beach. And Brandon must be in charge of the Parkers on the Go account tonight. Because I can see the Mario Kart beef is emanating over here. But yeah, they took us to a really nice beach called the Mullet Bay Beach. And what happened? I told y'all about the story with the couple. That was the first and interesting. But we drove by Maho Beach, which looked interesting. Like, you ever seen something that in your life you got your hopes and dreams up to see in person, and then it was like a letdown? And that's how I kind of felt about Maho. Even though we didn't go on Maho Beach, we kind of drove by, and I was like, it didn't look like a really great beach, but I did like the airplane watch, so that was interesting. So Brandon's holding down the fort until Siobhan Parker can come. Brandon, we thank you for your service. Who else we got? Folks are talking on the go. Oh, Kelly answers. Okay, the commercials were at the beginning. Okay, cool. Yeah, as long as the commercials aren't going now, I tried to eliminate those. But if they were at the beginning, they're supposed to be at the beginning. Because that's what Fun Seas Adventures that I get to show you all so you can see it with me. But yeah, hopefully I didn't hit the setting where they interrupt. Kristen says, some of these Carnival ships have been through it all and it's time to retire, child. And yeah, I guess some backstory too. This is my second time on the Magic. And I think the first time I went on the Magic, it was with family. And it was not like my favorite cruise experience, but like I think I was also new to cruising. So that actually, no. Yeah, I did my first cruise in 96, then I went on Vista, and then I went on Magic. So Magic was literally my third cruise ever. And then slowly I got like a affinity for cruising. But this, I remember getting on Magic and I was just like, this just seems like a big ship for no reason. Now this second time I got on it, and I will say, like, for the most part, I went to like one area every night. So every night I went to Ocean Plaza because that looked like a newer part of the ship. Not that I'm like against older ships, but like that area kind of called to me, and then they would rotate the musical acts through. So I would go there, read my book. But I would say, like, even though they had a variety of activities, they had a lot of good on deck movies. Like they played Barbie, they played a bunch of stuff I haven't seen. What's the thing called? Indiana Jones. They played, they played sports, except for they didn't play college sports. That was the downside. They only had like college sports in the casino bar, but the casino bar was filled with smoke, so it didn't seem conducive to watching sports. But they played the Cowboys and Eagles game on the deck, and I watched that. But there were a lot of, I would say, blue cards, so like new cruisers on the Magic, which I found very interesting. There was also somebody put on room arrest, and the rumors were swirling. I will say though, I think this is like between not just my channel, but like several other channels of like domestic situations where the individual ends up on room arrest. So, that has been interesting. Like, I think I've seen Traveling the Ball had somebody on his ship who his next door neighbor who was on room arrest. We all saw the debacle that was that one couple that just had us all held hostage, and we were in the group chat. We should not have been in the group chat because they got in a little situation. He decided he wanted to go live on the Lido deck. That was the whole thing. And then on the Magic, they had, because I remember I walked past and I was like, why is there a chair in the hallway? But there was no guard in the chair. And then, baby, that Facebook group, them Facebook groups, the cruise Facebook groups tell it all. So apparently there was somebody who was housed, I think maybe on the 10th floor somewhere, and they were on room arrest. But other than that, though, no major disruptions. And I will say, even with that, whatever went down, I never knew about it. I was also in bed every night between 9 and 9:30 because that dang on daylight savings time messed me up. Feeling dear saying hitting the like button if you haven't already. Please do, because it helps the algorithms and get the information out there, even though we're going to be super long tonight. Who is our Goody says, okay. So for those who had the panorama canceled on you, you'll get 100% refund and 50% future cruise credit. Well, look at God. That sounds like a blessing in disguise, our Goody. So I also posted, I'm wrapping up kind of what the Magic was like. Because the Magic was and so I say all that because I put the link in the chat. Hopefully it works. So I don't even know if it has worked or how this works, if I can let people up to join me. I don't think the thing has pinged me to say anybody has joined. But if you're interested in, talking about how excited you are to get on Melanin at Sea, whether it's your first time or your third time, feel free to click that link. And for folks that I like, there's some people I know your face. I know your face from either the show, the chats, the orientation calls, or because I met you in real life. But if I haven't met you yet, I probably won't let you up. But everybody else, come on, feel free to come on down. Or even if you're not going to Melanin see, you just want to come on the live and say hi, I'm more than welcome to do that too. Who do we got? So on the go, Yellow says no honey baked ham up here in Western Michigan. That's a shame. Sig the solo cruiser is here. What else we got? Siobhan Parker has saved the day. Welcome into the chat, Siobhan Parker. Brandon was doing great. It was the usual debacle between Brandon and Phil, but it's entertaining to me. Our Goody says just got off the Prides. Now, I will say, I think that either happened to me on the Pride or the Legend. One night I went to go push that button, and I don't know what happened, but the thing didn't flush. But then, like, I just, because it was in the middle of the night, I just went back to bed. And then when I woke up in the morning, hit the button and it flushed. So, but she said she just got the Pride. The toilets stopped flushing about 2 hours after we arrived in Tampa on debarkation day. Well, thank God y'all are getting off the ship. Now the issue is who got on the ship. And then I feel like I heard Parker's on the Go mention that is it the Pride that's getting ready for the naked people? So yep, that's how like my so that was an interesting cruise for them to lose toilet functions. But I also think sometimes at the port, like I've been noticing, and I'm not sure if you all notice it too, sometimes like the ship gets warmer when you're in port. So I'm not sure if they like what is it, power down some of the functions a little bit, just to like, I don't know, save energy. But yeah, I've witnessed that sometimes the air can go down. I've also, I think I've seen that the toilet can sometimes go out of power depending on how they hooked it up. So Siobhan is here. Yay. Siobhan says, how was the Magic Sea? I think if I were to like, I don't know, do y'all want like a rating out of 10 or do you want like a grade? I do know because it was my second time, I don't need to get on the Rat Magic again. But I mean, I think it was a solid ship. I think the what is it called? The Serenity deck filled up really quickly, and the area in the back of the ship filled up pretty quickly. So you were pretty much confined to the Lido deck. However, I will say, I mean, for the most part, but I was also solo cruiser. I was able to find a chair on the Lido. But the other two sections, even as a solo cruiser, I was not able to get like a chair because people had already put down their stuff. However, I also finally, for the first time, saw Carnival, the guy coming around and collecting the items. So that was happening. But you know, I think I can't do ships more than twice. So I would say it for the ports made it a decent vacation, but the ship, I don't think I need to get back on it. But I would say go on it though, because it's going to some great places. It's an affordable option out of Miami, and it has some newer ship elements. So if you're one of the people who like, you can't go straight to Excel class, but you also don't want to start at like the rust buckets of the cruise line, then I would say that Dream class is probably good for you, because literally, like, it looks like they took the forward and the aft of the Pride and Legend and stuck a couple Excel elements in the middle. But what is unique to that Dream class is they have the most hot tubs. And they weren't packed for the most part. So like both sides of deck 5, the I don't know if they call it Ocean Plaza, but deck 5 on both sides have 2 really big hot tubs, and they provide you towels. So it has some unique features. I would say go ahead and try it. I would say go try it. I will say though, the cruise director, and this is one thing that like MH mentioned one time, and not about Magic, but she mentioned it about another cruise director, and I was like, I wonder what does she mean by that? She was like, it feels like he's uncomfortable or not ready, settled in. And I got that same feeling. I was like, oh, this is what she must have meant about that director about this one. He seemed to be like still learning the ropes a little bit and really hasn't found his thing. So, but again, like if you're not one who doesn't need like a super duper hype cruise director, if you are all on my embarkation live, I was like, where is he? Because one of the fun squad was doing the messages for like half the embarkation until he finally showed up. So I would say, like, if you can live without a cruise director, but I would say, okay, if I had to score it, I would give it a 7. I would give Carnival Magic a solid 7. And it would be somewhere in like the C to B minus range for me. So that's that. Hope that helps. But I think anybody who's going for Thanksgiving should have a good. Oh, I'm in Negativeville. However, let me go back to Happyville real quick because this needs to be said. Bomb, really good. Customer service, really good customer service, to the point that like I went and I had to tip my room steward extra, and I tipped my wait staff extra because they were on point. on point. So the staff was really good across the board, I would say, on Magic. So if you're interested in really good customer service, the team seems like they are gelled. They're not learning each other's nuances. Great ship for customer service. And I was really proud of Carnival for that, for like it not being the newest ship, but it had the pretty good customer service. All right. Hopefully that covered some of that for y'all. Let's see. I'm going to move on to my cancel cruise. So y'all did something for the first time ever. And again, that link is here if anybody's interested in coming up and talking about either being excited about getting on Melon at Sea 2.0, or if you want to talk about your holiday cruise, feel free to use the link and let me know if it's not working or if y'all need it again. I think I can drop it one more time. Yep. I hope I'm doing the right thing. If not, let me know. And we're learning as we go. So yeah, I had to do something for the first time today. What Chris to say? That cranberry sauce ocean spray for the win. When I tell y'all I can eat that by the gallon and straight out the bowl like it's ice cream, that ocean spray, I don't know what they put in it, but they don't ever need to tell me that it's going to shorten my life, because I'm gonna keep doing with that ocean spray. It's the bomb. Kristen speaking. Arguti says love canned sauce from love cranberry sauce from a can, my favorite. Like, who is actually making cranberry sauce these days? I want to know that. Yeah, so I had to do something for the first time today. I told y'all I had 5 cruises between now and December, and I had to cancel one. So now I think we're down to 4. Well, we already just did one. So we have 3 more cruises. But yeah, I was planning on getting on. I'm okay with telling y'all this now because like it's not happening. I was planning on getting on Venezia, and it was going to be my platinum cruise. But I somehow, and I don't know what I was thinking, talking about holiday cruising, that week of like December 10th to the 18th, so the week before Christmas, I completely forgot that like that's the week that everybody tries to get everything done at work before we go on like break until almost, for my job, people are really on break almost until MLK. So I was literally like, everything was popping up on my schedule. Then actually a good thing, like I'm sad that I had to cancel my platinum cruise for the moment, even though I have a couple backup cruises that will make me get to platinum, because now after Magic, I will be 6 days away from platinum on Carnival. Whoop whoop. But what was I about to say about Lord Focus? So I canceled Venezia, even though I was close to platinum. But something that's happening. I have a cousin, but you know, in the South, anybody who's like significantly older than you, they become an aunt. So she's my cousin auntie situation. Not really like that, but she's really a cousin. But I feel like I need to call her Aunt Faye versus Cousin Faye. She's having her 70th birthday in North Carolina. So Parker's, I might actually be driving past y'all in a couple of weeks or a few weeks. So I decided that like, I feel bad because every time my family, it feels like a lot of times my family start asking me like, can you come to this event? And I'm always like, I'm traveling, I'll be away. And I was like, you know what? Let me just be present. So I decided to cancel my December 10th cruise, which would have been my platinum cruise on Carnival Venezia. But I'm sure I'll make up for it at some point. I've had a really great travel year. I know it's wild that we're in the end of the year and we're thinking about end of the year things. So, I mean, a year in the end of review, I had a pretty solid year, but I had to cancel December 10th on the Venezia. But I'm sure somehow I'll make up on it for the back end. Yes, Siobhan saying, shout out to Cruise Kibitz. Go listen to that podcast on holiday cruising if you already have not. Sig is cheering her on. On the Go with Yellow says that sounds amazing. And we got a question from Sig. First question of the night. She says, did you ever see that couple again? Great question, Sig. So some of you need to watch my live from St. Martin. It was titled, I Almost Got Pineapple. I think I saw, because I swam away so quick, but I think I saw the guy one more time when I was coming out of the elevator, but I did not. And it also speaks to like the size of the Magic. Well, A or B, I don't know, C. I got on the ship on embarkation day and saw somebody I went to elementary school with. Like I literally have not seen this person since I graduated elementary school. Do you graduate from elementary school, get promoted from elementary school? I have not seen this person since I got promoted from elementary school. And so I'm on the Lido deck and I'm like, Tammy? And she's like, I thought that with you. So I saw her, and even somebody that I know, that ship was big enough. I think there was 4,000 passengers. So it was big enough so that like I didn't even see her. I think I saw her like one more time in passing in St. Martin. Maybe 3 times on a whole 8-day cruise. So if it was big enough that like, yeah, even that random couple that was inviting me to the pineapple party, I didn't see them again. And it was also weird. I don't think I talked about this in the video. Like when I was on, like, the excursion held 30 people. That couple was like nowhere near me on the boat. Literally came out of nowhere. So I think they just wanted a dark dip of chocolate, because nothing made sense about like that approach. When I tell y'all I was in my full face snorkel the whole time, and I had my hair in my swim cap because I hate braids when they get wet, take 1,000 years to dry. So I put my braids in a swim cap, even though like braids are supposed to make you a little more accessible to the water. I hate when they get wet because they become heavy and then they just drip for like 3 hours. So I was walking around looking crazy, and I guess they liked what they liked. Or again, one of my friends, I was also telling my friends who's kind of adventurous in that way. And we were talking about like how sometimes Black folks get like fetishized. So yeah, it could have been that. I don't know. But I just was like, I don't know what you're saying, because when I say I look like a 4-year-old taking swim lessons right now. But anywho, but no. Thanks for the question, Sig. In summary, I don't think I saw that couple again, but they might have saw me. On the go of Yellow says, yeah, I can see that. All the vlogs I've been on that beach have not impressed me, especially in planes flying overhead. Yeah, on the go with Yellow is talking about Maho Beach. And I didn't realize, like, it was my dreams to go to Maho Beach. And like in my younger sea days, if y'all remember, you used to be able to hold on to the fence. And then back then, I'm sounding like I'm old. Back in my day, they used to like have, and I don't think they used to have KLM, which had this really big, I think they broke up the route, but it used to be at one point KLM. I'm not sure if it was British Airways, but they would bring their really big jetliners into Maho. And I think they stopped doing that. They broke up the route. And people would wait for those 2 big planes to take off. And they would hold onto the fence. And someone finally got blasted. And if you've ever been to Maho Beach, there's a fence. Well, look, I'm talking like I've only drove past it. But I watched a lot of videos and stuff that I want to do. But there's a fence, there's a road, there's a pedestrian walkway, there's a guardrail, and then Maho Beach is nothing but boulders until you get down to the water, and then a bunch of sand and then boulders or rocks. Somebody got blasted from the fence to across the beach, and so finally St. Martin said that it was no longer safe for people to ride the fence, and they stopped doing that. And then the airlines stopped bringing their big jets, because it's also one of the more dangerous runways, because they go full throttle, like they hold on the brakes, they crank the engines all the way up, because if you ever been to that beach, anybody who likes aviation, you're flying right into the side of a hill. That's not funny. But you're going right in. So it takes a special pilot to get in and out of Maho, especially out of Maho, because when you got to get enough force and you're going right into the side of a mountain, they kind of bank. Anyway, you guys got a history and lesson in avionics, whatever it's called, aviation, aeronautics. I still hope that's the right thing. Anyway, so yeah, I always wanted to go there to plane watch, and I wanted to ride the fence. However, as I got older, I'm like, getting blasted with sand is not fun. And yeah, they stopped letting you do it. But I also was watching your favorite couples vlog recently in preparation for going to Maho. and realized I'm like, this beach isn't as sexy as like I thought it was growing up. And it seems like there's a lot of boulders and it's not. And then when we sailed past it, it's tinier. So I would say if you want to do Maho, I would catch a cab, see if the cab will wait for you to maybe stay there like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just so you can get the experience of a plane landing. And then right next door, it looks like next door on a boat, but like around the corner a little ways over is Mullet Bay Beach. Get your cab to go to Mullet Bay Beach, and that's where you get your really nice soft sand. You can see the water, you can see your feet in like 6 feet. You know, it starts shallow, it gets deep, but the water is just pristine. So that's my experience with St. Martin. Thanks for asking. Who we got? Going up. G. Harris Bateman saying, Mona Lisa was a letdown in person. Gee, I cried when I saw the Mona Lisa. I literally cry. I cry a lot when I get like very thankful for experiences. So that's kind of my thing. It's like I get very grateful and emotional. I also cry when like ever I have confirmation of something that I'm supposed to be doing. I become very emotional. But Mona Lisa felt like my humanities book came to life. And that was also my first trip was to Paris solo. My first trip solo was to Paris. And I just cannot believe that like I was in the Louvre, which was something I had read in my college textbook and thought like, little Black girl, I would not be able to afford a trip to Paris, let alone by myself. And it was wild in Dulles Airport because there's like 12-year-olds on spring break and they're like talking about all the stamps they had in their passport. And I'm like sitting there shaking. And this is my first stamp in my passport was going to Paris or going to France. And so when I went to the Louvre and when I saw the Mona Lisa, I cried. I didn't cry with Versailles. I think I was just amazed to be in Versailles. Your girl cried hard when I got into St. Peter's Cathedral in the Vatican. I had a whole boohoo moment. I think they thought I don't know if they thought I was crazy or what, but I just had a whole moment there. Yeah. So, but that's interesting. What other places have y'all been that was like, you were so excited and you thought it ended up being a letdown? Anyway, Phil, they're about to have a wrench war between the Parkers and Phil and D. Brandon's calling the police on people again, I see. Truce. Okay, we'll see. Probably not, but the legend of Phil and Brandon continues. Who we got here? Sig says, yeah, Ocean Plaza was my spot. Yep, I found myself to be there every night, reading my book until I got tired at 9 o'clock. Don't ask me why I was bed at 9 o'clock. I just was. Phil and Brandon are Phil and Brandon in. Okay, Parks and the Ghost says, you helping pay Jimbo out? What? I'm lost. Siobhan says, I need a wrench on this channel. Apparently Phil and Brandon are acting up. Phil and Brandon are having their whole moment, and I'm so mad now that I'm like so hard behind the chat that I don't know like exactly what's going on. But I say y'all continue to fight on Thursday so I can watch and not have to facilitate because I'm nosy. Kristen Harris says, this is your second time on the Magic. What made you want to go back? Pros and cons. Great question, Kristen. So honestly, I went back because of the price. This was an 8-day cruise. Can't remember how much I got it for. Maybe $1,200. Can't remember. And basically, Kristen, I went because I was on this whole path of like I wanted to finish up platinum for the year. So I booked these 2 cruises back to back. I booked Magic for 8 days, and I had booked Venezia for 8 days, and then ended up having to cancel the Venezia. So we'll know. I don't know when I'll make my platinum goal. I do know I have 2 Carnival cruises next year. If it aligns how it may be, I'll be platinum on my family cruise, which was how I wanted to become platinum anyway, because me and my cousins have a thing. Basically, my cousins are like, once they go platinum on Carnival, they'll stop selling Carnival and get on another cruise line. So I'm like, hurry up and get to platinum so that we can try, like, I think one of them has been on Royal Caribbean, or they've been on Royal Caribbean once, but they want to get on one of the big ships. But they're like hell-bent on Carnival until they get platinum. So I should be platinum in May next year, and then I think a couple of them might be platinum too. So then, hopefully, as a family, we'll be trying out new lines. And I think I covered most of the pros and the cons. Definitely good customer service, definitely good variety of activities. Cons, I would say some of the popular areas were more crowded. So I would say like that back area and the Serenity deck were tight. It could be, especially Serenity deck could have been a little bigger because every morning those seats were already taken. And then I love that one little section around the Lido deck above the Lido that has the covered couches. Those were always available. And then Kristen, you actually flagged something that I never thought about because you mentioned the smokers. And I will say Magic actually gave smokers a variety of sections to be in. So yeah, they had a lot of options of where to sit. Almost to the point that the smokers need to be reminded of like, hey, you are out of the smoking zone. You need to scooch back over there. But they had like a whole one side of the ship. So they weren't just confined to like one little section of the ship and like away from everybody. So like if your family happened to like, you had a member, you didn't have to like, they didn't have to like disappear, go smoke, like you were right there with them. Uh-oh. Does Kristen have a wrench? I'm about to give her Kristen a wrench because Phil and Brandon are cutting up still, or I'm just behind. I'm super behind. On the Go of Yellow says, I was called a virgin every time I gave or showed my card. My first Carnival cruise or celebration was very enjoyable, but still loyal to Royal. Oh, understandable. I mean, everybody has their thing. For me, I just appreciate how Carnival appreciates the Black dollar. I want to see a little more of that from Royal personally. But Celebration was actually selling next to us on the way back to Miami. So it's cool to see her again from a distance. Oh, they are really cut. I can't wait to go watch the replay so I can see the comments in real time because they were having a good old time. Origati says they're looking forward to the 50% cruise credit. I would be too, because that is definitely worth having, especially how much I spent this cruise. That's another reason why I was like, I saw that final bill and I was like, yeah, that December cruise has to go. Because I forgot like how much you spend on an 8-day cruise because I've been doing like 4 to 5 days. I haven't did a 7-day cruise since I think Meraviglia, which was back in May. And I had like, a travel agent promo for the Meraviglia. So like that one didn't hit me as much. And I got the drink package. Oh, I have also learned I need the drink package. I need the drink package. And that was me. This was me like not going hard in the paint with drinks, but somehow I still ended up almost about the same amount as a drink package. So I think I just need to like maybe still 5 and 6 drinks a day and that includes like coffee. But yeah, I was up there for this cruise, and I do know a piece of it was I decided to like try to do the whole casino thing. But yeah. Taking drink package donations, everyone. Carla G says, hey, everyone. Welcome in, Carla. Thanks for being here. Margaret Logan says, loving your braids. Thank you. What am I doing? These are a new color for me. It's like they're not a burgundy, but they're like a soft burgundy. They got a little color to them. So I'm enjoying them. And I've tried a new braiding spot. So I think they won my loyalty. Everyone is saying hello. So what up? All right. So our cruise announcement. I guess we should get into that. And I dropped the link in the chat, but I guess nobody is taking me up on the offer. YFC is here. Hey, YFC. I was just talking about y'all's video on from Maho Beach when y'all were on, I think, Wonder of the Seas. So yeah, of course, I know many of you all are cruising for Thanksgiving. If you want to drop your Thanksgiving cruise in the chat, let me know. If you want to come up and talk about that, I have put the link in here we go. Here, I guess everybody's being scared tonight, or maybe I'm not posting the right thing. We'll see. What is this? Is this me? Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay. I was wondering if like somebody had came, I didn't know. What does this mean? Nope. Okay, cool. Where are we? Talking to YFC. There. Hold Hold on, I lost them. There they go. Was talking about Charles Maho. Y'all have a video of Maho Beach in St. Martin. So yeah. But cruise announcement. So yeah, I know a lot of you are cruising for Thanksgiving. So if you want to drop those cruises in the chat, I am of course going on Melanin at Sea 2.0. I was hoping to have my actual cousins with me because we were initially supposed to go on Jubilee, but as you all know, Jubilee got delayed until Christmas. But I decided because I was already planning on cruising, I was gonna go ahead and do it, do the cruise. But I think next year I'll probably stay with my fam, but I'll be on 2.0, and I'm looking forward to the MSC Seascape. I want to see if MSC, how they're going to handle a group of almost 300 folks, Kim folks. Hey, Bo Nos Fuego is here. He says, I've sold the Magic when it's still out of Galveston. I never thought they would have sent it out of Miami. Oh, that's interesting, Bo, because I know the Magic has been all over the place. It's been in New York. It's been in Norfolk. I caught the Magic the first time out of Fort Lauderdale, I believe. It was either Fort Lauderdale or Miami, but I believe it was Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, it was Fort Lauderdale. So looked like she's been all over the place. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool ship. I think I see what they try to do with some elements, like the Ocean Plaza looks new, and then they created a whole little separate non-smoker casino. But everything else is kind of starting to age. What else did they do? They have a Cucino del Capitano. I did go to that. And that that meatball Mama Nona's is still on point. Mongolian Walk is one of the things that is a unique feature. Jen Danielle says, give us a full Keep Lee review. I mean, I could drag it through the mud, but I mean, for the price I paid, it wasn't a bad cruise. I thought I have this thing on mute. My friends are texting me. Yeah, for the price I paid, it was worth it. I got to see a new country. St. Martin was country number 33. I don't need to get back on the Magic, but again, I don't like to do ships more than twice. So that's kind of me. Mel on the Move says, hello, C. Hey, Mel, welcome in. On the Go with Yellow says, I find the staff on a smaller ship is always bomb. I would try to think. I mean, yeah, no. Okay. I'm trying to go across the line. So like Enchantment of the Seas is probably the smallest ship I went on a Royal. Now I had an amazing room attendant from, I think she's from St. Lucia. I can't remember. She was cool, but I can't remember like my wait staff. I think I joined a table. I can't remember that, but maybe I won't argue it because I saw actually my what's the guy called? My head waiter, his name was Wayne. I seen him from another ship, but I can't remember which ship it was. But then I remember like being on Valor. No, I'm trying to go back and forth between, but I think yeah, a lot of the smaller ships probably do have some solid staff. But the Magic was exceptional, like really exceptional. So yeah, no complaints with at least the staff there. People are speaking to YFC, and y'all talk about the cranberry sauce. Kristen says, come on, platinum salad status slowly but surely. Yeah, it just might not have been meant for me to do it right now. I do need to focus on like my actual job. Not that I'm like doing bad or anything, but you know, I got to make sure that the thing that pays for these trips is, you know, fully pleased with me. So, and look, because I'm going so hard in November, I need to be in place in December. And some of my pet projects at work, because everybody else will be out on leave, I can kind of cover some ground because there's less meetings and all that good stuff. So it's kind of helpful. And I'm not doing my South Africa trip this year. Usually I go to South Africa in New Year. So I'm saving that for 2025. I'm going to bring in the New Year big, I hope this time. Carla says, how are those full face snorkel masks? And I'm going to pass it because Carla's calling people gardening tools. I love the full face snorkel mask, Carla. I'm a person when I snorkel, I can't control I need to be able to breathe in my nose, in my mouth. And the full face snorkel mask, basically, as long as you keep that tube above water, you don't got to think about nothing. You're just in the water and you can think about like looking around. So it was great. The only thing, Anna Q asked a question that I didn't even realize I mentioned. 1 second, pause for the cause. Anna Q had picked up on my live that I had said I was nervous to get in the water. And I forgot to say why. And a piece of that was because I've taken swim lessons. So I'm getting to the point that like I feel comfortable jumping in water that I can't put my feet down. Even though I had on a swim vest. However, y'all, as soon as the boat pulls up, the first person who's about to get in the water, she puts her fin in the water and she jinks back and she's like, ah. And I'm like, all right, what's that? And she was like, a jellyfish had just swam by as soon as she put her fin in the water. So, you know me, I was like, oh, I ain't going nowhere. Because I ain't trying to be injured on vacation. So then, one of the brave souls, he jumps out and he's looking and he's like, oh, it's just hovering underneath the boat. And I'm like, so they jump out on this side and the jellyfish is somewhere in the middle. And I'm teed up to jump out on this side. So I was just like, So finally, this little adventurous little 8-year-old kid is, being a little fish. So I just say, hey, baby, what's over in this water? Is there anything around me? And he says no. So finally, I jumped in the water. So I was a little nervous initially. So yeah, full face snorkels, love them. Don't have to think about too much. You can just, get in the water, breathe normally, just keep the tube clear, and you're good to go. I think I'm going to invest in a pair of fins so I can be in full official snorkel mode. But I'm still a big baby, so if anybody wants to Melon C2.0 want to do snorkeling, I'm down for the cause, but please know it's going to be a whole show in the meantime. Nicole Sharonell says, welcome back. How many days to the next cruise? Thank you, Nicole. I think the next cruise, I don't know. I can't do the math. It's soon. It's this weekend. So what's the numbers on it? Is it 5 days? 4 days? I leave in 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next cruise is in 5 days. So literally I need to stop running my mouth at some point and pack for y'all. Chandra Oglesby. Hey, Chandra, welcome in. Says, I thought the sand was hard to walk on and the water was rough for a non-swimmer like myself. And that was Maho Beach. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. So yeah, I say Maho is more for to go view the flyovers. I think there's a bar to get a drink and then keep on trucking and try to go somewhere else. And I, again, highly recommend Mullet Bay Beach if you are in St. Martin. And I believe the boat operator said it's only a 20, maybe 30-minute ride from the cruise port. However, some of the people who are in the cruise Facebook group were mentioning there was traffic on the way back to the port at some point. And the drivers were getting a little like aggressive with driving. So that's just something to be mindful of. Give yourself enough time to get back. You probably don't want to wait to the last minute because it's going to be a bit of a wait to get back. Our Goody says, I almost cried the first time I saw the Coliseum, but you're a G. Dropped a little thug tear. That's all right. I have been to the Coliseum, and it's definitely like breathtaking. I don't know when I'll get back to Rome, but there's some tips related to the Coliseum that you can skip the line. And I definitely did that, and I was able to walk right in. Otherwise, that's a place that you have to. Coliseum and Vatican, you need to get like the museum pass because otherwise, and get it ahead of time or get it at like a lesser known tourist site. And then that way, when you get to the attraction, you can skip the line because a lot of people haven't pre-planned and they're in the way and you can just walk right on up. Otherwise, you're standing in very, very long lines. Rashonda, someone she's referring to Maho Beach. Got it. Sig is saying, get the platinum, then take advantage of status match or other lines, i.e. version MSC. And here's the thing, Sig, I have been able to status match through a hotel. So if you have, you're able to, if you have Amex Platinum, you get status on certain hotels, and then you are able to then use that status to match for the other cruise line or for Virgin. So that's how I matched with MSC, And then I was able to take my MSC match and then match for Virgin. But also it takes Virgin Voyages definitely does take Carnival Platinum, and Virgin Voyages also takes only one sailing on Disney to do the match. So that's, if any of you have done Disney already once, you don't have to do a whole bunch of other cruises. You can immediately match for Virgin. Or was that MSC? I think it was Virgin. One of those. But you don't need too high of a ranking for if you do Disney cruise and then try to match. Kristen says, I'm thinking of taking the Magic or Horizon again for my gold cruise to the ABC Islands. Do the Horizon and take me with you. Because I know, Kristen, you'll be fine on the Magic, but I don't think Horizon has a personality. And I don't know because of like the Legend of Cookie or what, but like that Horizon is still, I don't know, doing some great things. I want to get on the Horizon, and I know the Horizon. Now, if you want to do cheaper, do the Magic. But that Horizon is still highly coveted. People want to get on it, and the prices are a little higher. But I've heard the Horizon is a great time. And I'm overdue for a Vista class. So who we got? On the Go of Yellow says, does Carnival offer free drinks other than in the casino? I'm a casino girl and receive free drinks on the second night and a certificate to go back for free drinks all over the ship. Woo! You gamble. Because I know you need like 1,500 points usually, or you need a big win. Because I was with somebody who was on Melanin at Sea. I can remember I was sitting next to her. We were in the casino at the same time, who hit $10,000. And I just know that was not the first Melanin at Sea. I just know all the people started coming out. Somebody brought her certificate for a steakhouse. And then I think the massage people came out. It was a whole show. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm sorry to answer your question. Do they offer free drinks other than in the casino? Yes. So a couple of my family members, when they go on Carnival, they usually do only one cruise a year, and then they use that to kind of pay for subsequent cruises. And if you gamble enough, they'll do free drinks anywhere versus just in a casino. So that is an option. If you are playing those, if you are donating that much to the casino, they will open it up to free drinks anywhere. And then I think the tier below that is just free drinks in the casino. But I mean, if you're already playing, bring you a little tumbler that has climate control to keep that drink cold, and hit the slots a couple times, go out, drink your drinks, and then come back in for another donation. Carla will not be on 2.0. Carla, when will I cruise with you again? We shall see. 6 says, I come up, but it's after 9 p.m. and I'm in bed. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is the latest we've ever done a live. I appreciate y'all for being here. I just wanted to make sure I get into the Melanin at Sea orientation because I've been missing those. I've been teaching class on a Monday night, and thank God class is about to end soon. I'm probably about to end this live soon. But I do the Monday meetup before I cruise. Oh, I haven't told y'all. Usually I do the Monday meetup before I travel. And I used to do it at 6 o'clock. I think I'm sick with the 8:30 time slot, but I had to push it back a little bit tonight so I can get oriented to all the Melanin at Sea activities, which it seems like it's going to be, a few of the repeats. And then, of course, a bunch of great people. G says, I won't get to cruise with cousins until 3.0. Okay, G. Well, at least you'll get there. That's going to be a significant one. That's going to be Alaska. So that should be a good time. Sid Cruiser is shouting out her Thanksgiving cruise. And she says, MSC for Thanksgiving, Magnifica for Thanksgiving this year. Cool beans. And the Magnifica is what? The sister to, is that the Meraviglia or Divina? Which class is that kind of like? Team Reese is saying hey to everybody in the chat. Welcome in, Team Reese. Team Reese has a good land-based vacation vlog for you all if you're interested. She did a girls trip to San Antonio, which Key did a girls trip to San Antonio, which I didn't realize that San Antonio was like a what's it called? Bachelorette Paradise or something. Or maybe I'm getting that confused with Nashville. I think I'm getting confused with their Nashville vlog. But she has a few land-based, or they have a few land-based trips coming out. Kristen says, Mongolian Walk hits. It does, Kristen. However, that line from Mongolian Walk was terrible on Magic. So that's probably a con for Magic. The Kristen, get off of my text messages. Uh, so Mongolian walk, the line was very long, and one day I went up there and they didn't have all the noodles or like accompaniment set up. So it's very popular on the ship. They probably need to add. They do it in the same area as the omelets, but they probably need to add a couple more stands or something because I stood in line and got out like twice. So that's just an FYI. If you want to do Mongolian walk, you probably want to try them early on a port day because it's going to be a whole lot of folks. On the go of YOLO says, I agree, got some work to do. Ground to an icon. Well, that's not a bad grounding. And if I were going on Icon, I would probably be not taking 3 more cruises, and I'd probably be not moving anywhere before or significantly after Icon. So I totally understand. We got to, make sure we tend to the things that pay these cruises. G says, I love the Buc-ee's cup. Thank you. I love wine tumblers. So I try to collect these on all my stops. Which reminds me to take a pause for the cause. Phil D says, Law, we got to get you and D snorkeling together. That show will go viral. Yes. Let's do it. We can do it at Grand Cayman. Me and D can go snorkeling. Because when I say, and I was the only African American on the boat to do the snorkeling. So I didn't represent us well, but I didn't drown. And I made it back to the boat. But when I say there was a whole show put on before getting off that boat, there was a whole show. And even on people kept looking at me because like anytime, I don't like when they throw they throw bread to make the fish come. Well, I don't really want the fish to come to me. I kind of want them to like stay away and I can view them from a great distance. Even one of the ladies who was doing a lot of swimming, she said she swam into a jellyfish. It hit her snorkel. And I'm so glad she didn't say that until after we had left the snorkel stop, because I would have never got in the water. But yeah, I was in there and nobody could hear my screams because I had on a full face snorkel mask. But yeah, I was like, I had to press myself to do it because I was like, you're not about to pay for this excursion and sit on this ship, or sit on this boat. But it was a lot of courage and a lot of screaming involved. Hey, Carmen from the Wind, welcome in. On the go yellow says, nah, girl, broke big ball in the casino. Hey, I understand. You got to shoot your casino shots. That was how I spent so much money this last cruise. I was like, I'm going to try $300 in the casino. And then about $150 in, I said, my heart can't take this because I was taking all kind of L's. I think the biggest hit I had in the casino this last trip was $30. Meanwhile, somebody in the Facebook group was like, they hit 7,000. And when I saw that picture of them hitting 7,000, I said, I'm not going back because they didn't want all the money. So on the go with yellow says, I love the Horizon in my room. Stuart Puto was amazing. I could stand for 8 days. Would love to go back for the Horizon. Would definitely love to do ABC Islands. Carla G has a question. She says, how many days do you have to do on Disney to match with Virgin? You only need to do one Disney cruise, Carla, on to match for Virgin. I'm pretty sure it's Virgin, not MSC, but I think it's because I think I was telling the ladies in Sisterhood at Sea, you only need one Virgin cruise to status match for. I'm sorry, you only need one Disney cruise to status match on Virgin. But you gonna pay. I think the reason why they only say one is because most folks only get one in. But I do say getting a status match does matter. But also you can match your hotel, what is it called? Your hotel loyalties. So again, my path for Virgin was I used my hotel loyalty to match on MSC. And then I used my MSC loyalty to match with Virgin, if that helps you. But then I saw on Virgin, just needed one Disney cruise. So I could have used my one Disney cruise to match on Virgin. She says, maybe I'll hang out with Mickey next year and then be set for, we got somebody. Thank God. Okay. Coming to the stage. Phil from Phil and D's Travel Spree.
What's up?
Hi, Phil.
What's going on, cruising cousin?
Hold on, let me turn. I'm sorry. I turned my volume down so my phone can stop pinging. Okay, hello, Phil.
What's up with it?
How are you? You not coaching tonight?
We had practice today. We got out about 6 our time, 7 your time. So as soon as I got home, I had to jump in that meeting, and the meeting just got through.
Our top secret meeting.
It just finished. So I
I
went
was
ahead and
going to try to hang, but I was like, I gotta stick to my uploads on this thing, and I was like, I can't stay. But I figured, since I'm a Melanin SC veteran, I could like sneak out and still get the gist of it. Between you and Regina, I'll be informed.
yeah, you ain't really missed a whole lot. I mean, it's stuff that we kind of know.
We're
on the
veterans. So
non-real 2
Phil,
on 1.5. So yeah, you didn't really miss out on much.
Phil, so tell the people, how many times have you done this Melanin SC thing?
This will be number 3.
And what keeps bringing you back?
You can't put in the words the feeling that you get. It's something that you gotta experience, but it's just good people. Is no nonsense. Somebody's always willing to hang out, whether you solo, if with a group. It's always something going on. No matter if it's outside the Melanin S events. At whatever events happening on the ship, you always have somebody you recognize as from the group or somebody that you already kind of meshed and bonded with and stuff like that. Like it's amazing.
It is. I'm gonna answer Carla's question real quick. Carla, you can do the shortest cruise possible in Disney. Basically, Disney, once you do one cruise, you are automatically silver, and then Virgin takes silver. So, Phil, what advice would you give to like a new Melanin SC folks? So we got or new Melanin SC cruisers. So we got I think a couple people here who are doing 2.0, and then a few people who are waiting to do 3.0. So what advice would you give as like a Melanin SC vet who like is so much stuff to do, all these people to meet, these $100,000 meetup
I would
people?
say on the 7-day, I think 2.0 is 7-day, and I believe it's 3.0 7-day as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would say first kind of pace yourself. And I say that because on those 7 days, you'll get more days at sea where you can kind of relax. When we did 1.5, it was only 4 days, and it was like go, 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 go. And it was like, I got to be here. I got to try to do this. I got to do this. And you'll burn yourself out. You will burn yourself out. But I would say that, but also at the Melanin Mixer, that is the very first event where everybody meets each other, everybody get their gifts and stuff like that. Like, take time to mix and mingle with people. You know what I'm saying? That's where the bulk of the relationship starts, is right there at that mixer. Rather, like I said, if you're solo, whatever the case is, if y'all got teenagers the same age, they might want to go to the teen club or play basketball together, whatever it is, you're more than likely going to find your, not necessarily hangout partner, but the person you're going to mesh with the most at that meeting. Because everybody's going to be there. Now, once the other events and stuff get started, everybody might not show. Everybody's got a different taste for different things. So definitely pace yourself, but make sure you attend that very first event, that meetup.
Yeah, and I definitely say, like, you got to make sure to make Melanin SC a thing, you have to make sure that you're willing to be other people outside of just the creators. Like, the creators are cool for sure, but and I've said this a million times before, and Rich and Jazz have co-signed it, like, you got to like mingle with just the folks, because there's so many people from diverse backgrounds, just people from all over the country. I should not have went to the first Melanin SC because I had just got off Carnival Mardi Gras. And but I remember I was like, dang, I really went on a group cruise, and then finally Melanin SC mentioned it, and I was supposed to be going to AKA Boulay which was in Orlando. So I went down there for like 2 days, and then got on Melanin SC, and I was like, wow, this is almost like an extension of Boulay, because, well, one, a bunch of AKAs are on the ship, and then two, like all the Melanin SC, it's just really like a great family bond. We got Parker's on the go here, which I think Brandon Parker is still under the control.
There's Brandon still hating because I'm the favorite moderator.
Still, how do we get Parker's on the go on Melanin SC?
I think Brandon is a lost cause. I believe we can get Shay and Siobhan.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to force Brandon to do it. I think Brandon's a little worried about all the people, but Brandon needs to understand he already knows half the people on
Exactly.
Melanin. So
Exactly.
he'll be cool. He'll be cool. I think they'll be good for the mix. Good for the
And let
mix.
me go back to what you were saying
Mhm.
about, just the bonds. Like, it's still people from the inaugural Melanin at Sea selling that I still talk to personally. Every now and then we follow each other on social media, or you send a text or whatever, just catching up and say, hey, you heard they got a new Melanin at Sea selling coming out, this and this and this. What, or just chopping it up, or if it's an online game of spades, whatever it is, like those relationships have carried over, and it's been what, a year and a half since the first selling.
Yeah. And honestly, like Phil, I didn't even meet you on the first selling. It was Tarsha. Tarsha spoke so highly of you. And I was like, how did I miss Phil? And I think like one of my, when I go back and watch one of the replays, I think I came through I scanned the back of your shirt where it says in for me. But Tarsha was just speaking so highly of you. And I was just like, how did I meet Phil? But half the reason why I miss you, because like you said, I had conked out. I went hard those first 2 days. And by day 3, I was like, I don't got no one.
It'll get you. It'll get you.
So when Phil says, take those naps, drink your water, stretch, definitely do that, because it's nonstop people, cousins. And like, again, you might be in an event for like, they might allot 1:30 to 2:30, 3:30 for something. And either the pregame or the let out is going to catch you. And next thing you know, it's time for dinner. Or next thing you know, it's time for the next event. Also, for the rookies, I will say, don't forget, like, you don't represent. And I was thinking about this in the orientation today, and I think I'll put it in the Facebook group. But I had to jump off to start this. If you're going to any Melanin Sea events or whenever you're wearing that brown shirt, and this is what they always tell us it before sorority conferences. Remember, you do not represent yourself. So before you turn around and snap at that person, or you go down and fuss at customer service, just make sure you don't got no brown shirts on, no boarding shirts on, because they're not going to say, oh, Phil or Kelly, is a person with attitude. They're going to say them people in Melanin Sea got an attitude and they don't know how to act and all this other stuff. So,
because there was an instance on the Venezia, it was on the 1.5, the very last night. I was in the pizza line about 3:00. And then lo and behold, I turn around, I hear tussling, and there's people throwing hands. And so I text Rich and Jazz. I text Rich and Jazz. It was nobody from our group, but that was the first thing they asked. They didn't have, it wasn't any one of us. They didn't have any Melanin Sea gear. I said no. And that's just something, it's not necessarily to bash people, but when you have an organization, when you want the best for something, you don't want it, to be tarnished. We want us to look good while we're out there, because you already know something negative happens on a ship or Carnival, 9 times out of 10. That's what they already thinking.
Or if it's not even us, I swear, Phil, they'll put, we're the first one who makes the cruise news, or the first one that makes the tweets or whatever. And in reality, the first cruise I've ever been on where there was a fight that I knew of, and thank goodness I had went to bed, was on MSC Meraviglia. And it was a mixed fight. And actually, the black person didn't start it. He got swung on by a drunk woman who identified him, and he was like, well, I ain't going back and forth with you like the other dude, and he popped her.
Right.
And so, like, just be mindful. I don't think any of us get down, but even like that, and I don't think any of us get down like that, but even like, when you go to customer service to complain, or before you snap at a waiter, just, be mindful of that, because people aren't looking at us as individuals. They're looking at us as a group. And again, it's a brand that has been doing great things. 90,000 people in the Facebook group. I think I found my cruise home with Melanin at Sea. Rich and Jazz was pushing 100,000 people, adding material like 14, 16,000 viewers. So, we want to preserve, because we never know what future doors it might open for just Black people, Black cruisers, or melanated cruisers. And I think it just shows people to respect our dollar, because I always say, I'm open to all the cruise lines, but Carnival is my girl, because I feel like Carnival respects our dollars. Even when the cousins be cutting up, Carnival
Oh
still
yeah.
be like,
Oh, yeah, they still just come
we
on,
gonna
baby.
stick beside you. So we got a couple people. Alicia said she's going to be on 2.0. Kelly Angel Tony said she's going to be on 2.0. I don't know if y'all want to come up or whatever. I don't know if we anybody got any questions for Phil and D. Phil and D, which cruise? I saw PJ earlier and he was chatting it up in the bigger
the
group.
meeting. Yeah.
He looked ready. Which cruise port are you looking forward to most?
Oh, I love Cozumel. Love Cozumel. Matter of fact, I'm about to put out a vlog tomorrow when I was in Cozumel on the bachelor party group. But also Jamaica has a special place in my heart. That's where me and Dee did our honeymoon. So I'll probably say those two ports, Jamaica and Cozumel.
Cool. And those are top secret sites. There's almost slipped. Are there I know, was it Grand Cayman is a free day. What are y'all planning for Grand Cayman?
You know, we don't even know. We looked at the MSC app and they don't even have any excursions available right now. So we might check something out on Viator or whatever, see what happens. But we honestly haven't even looked at it yet. We still need to pack. We have not even brought out the suitcases yet.
Listen, I am fresh off of an 8-day cruise, and when I say one thing I like about cruising Carnival, when I say I literally throw anything in my suitcase, that's what I do for Carnival. Now, because it's Melanin at Sea thing, I gotta put on my cousin Brown and all the other things.
We gotta coordinate all the different.
So I gotta figure this thing out before now and Friday at 3 p.m. when that flight goes flying out of DC. But I'm gonna be ready. Who is it? Carla G says 1.5 was too quick. Regina says she agrees with you, Phil, for sure. And you know, Regina's is a good Delta woman, so she understands how a lot of times folks don't be looking at us as individuals. They just see the colors and they all assume that we all the same folks. Somebody had a question here. On the go yellow says she's trying to do math, but timing ain't lining up.
It'll line up one day. If Mass keeps doing what it's doing now, you gonna get in one of these days. We're gonna make sure to get you in along with Brandon Parker.
For sure. And speaking of Brandon Parker, he said, "Can I get my black card back first?"
No, not yet. There's a couple more movies we need you to watch. And we need you to start eating greens and yams, some real Thanksgiving food.
Eat vegetables, Brandon. But yeah, for sure. So yeah, if you can't get on 2.0, there's 3.0, there's 2.5, which I don't even know if I can make 2.5. My job is like, sis, you need to be here. But I'm definitely locked in for 3.0. How about y'all?
You know, we have another selling right before 3.0. So we're not going to make that. We wanted to do 2.5. That's around Dee's birthday. And we've never done Virgin. But I can't get the time off of work to do that. So
yeah, that's how I feel about 2.5. I got a Board of Education meeting. And then I'm sorry, my friends like to text me weird things when I'm live. I got a Board of Education meeting, and it's my last year on the state Board of Education, which I'm excited because I'm like I can travel without thinking about people or their kids. But I don't think I'll make 2.5. I'm making 3.0, even though that's right before 3.0 is gonna be wild. That's for AKA Boule and another crew.
But you know the other selling I'm talking about right before 3.0.
Yeah, so I got Boule 3.0. And the other cruise happening all in the same month. So I'm
you gotta be pretty busy somewhere.
Carla be on here saying anything. Carla says nobody wants to end up on the Ship Life channel.
Exactly, Carla. Exactly.
That is how it goes. But I'm trying to get the Ship Life to like, can Melanie see that 300 people all lined up? Maybe get like a small promo just to show that
right, something positive.
Folks be, not everybody be on the ships trying to cut up. So, well, cool, Phil. I'm happy you came up. I'm looking in here to see if anybody, oh Lord, has had any questions for. Oh, somebody says, what other cruise? Don't be secretive. Nah. We
Nah,
can't announce it
I'm
until
gonna keep that one on the hush. You'll find out on the Meetup Mondays.
you will find up for real on Monday meetup. Well, cool, Phil, D, PJ, y'all have safe travels. I will see y'all. Y'all coming in the day before?
Yeah, we're coming in Friday.
Okay, cool. Yeah, hopefully Delta Airlines ain't cutting up on me. And I'm not on the first thing smoking out of DC. Usually I try to get on that first flight. I'm on a 3:30. So we're gonna pray for it. I should be getting there right in time for the initial stuff. So we shall see. Well, y'all be safe, travel safely. Thanks for coming up and being brave.
Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, I just had to wrap up that other meeting, make sure I got the information for us and you. So
I appreciate it because I didn't realize this live was starting, and two, I've been missing all the other orientation meetings. So because I teach on Monday, so I've been like so out of the loop, and I like to have my things down pat. So yeah, cool beans. Well, thanks for coming up. I will see y'all soon. Safe travels in the meantime.
All right, y'all too.
So cool. Wait, how do I? Oh, dang, I got it. That's so mean. It says kick from studio. So y'all got to meet Phil and D's travel spree. If y'all do not, for some reason, I don't understand how you at this channel, and don't follow Phil and D and PJ in parentheses. Make sure y'all follow Phil D and PJ because they are an amazing cruising and land-based family, and they never miss a melanin at sea. So yeah, that should be good content over there, and then they will also have their Melanin at Sea content if you're interested in seeing what goes down on those ships. Go Vic, go! Hey, Miss Vicky is saying, hey, she's also saying, oh, Kelly Ann Tony says 1.5 was too slow. Highly agree. On the go, Yellow says, I love mass cruises, but that Facebook group be tripping. See now, I wish Phil was up here when that one. I somehow skipped that one. See, so the key to the mass Facebook group is you don't take anything seriously or anybody going off on the internet. Because A, most times people don't have the same energy in person. And B, like, I mean, do we really got to argue over anything cruise related? So, I go in to drop my gems. I go in to report my cruises, drop a tip here or there. Every now and then there's a subject that like I might go back and forth with somebody on, but I try to do it out of semi-love. And at the end of the day, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not fighting you about whatever that you try to fight. I'm telling Siobhan, I don't know how to make a wrench live, but Siobhan Parker, I will make sure you get a wrench live. And I'm looking forward to Brandon and Phil continuing the shenanigans on the Talk to Me Thursdays, probably while I'm packing. Brandon says, if I really get put in timeout, I mean, I think the only people who can put you in timeout right now would be, I thought Parker's on the Go had a wrench. Why don't y'all have a wrench? Did Phil put you in timeout? But wait, oh, I can't see the wrench people. Wait, Kristen has a wrench. Oh, hold on, let me see. I can't see. Kristen has a wrench. Parker's on the Go has a wrench. Phil and D have a wrench. And I think MH has a wrench. So I can't see that here. But Brandon got put on timeout. Did he put you on 30-second timeout or 5-minute timeout? Kelly Ann Tony says, I'm here but doing homework. So I won't have to do on the ship. Totally understand. Kelly, looking forward to meeting you for sure. Kristen says Cozumel is a vibe and the Rio in Jamaica too. Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know. It's a couple of things that like when I previously went to Ocho Rios and Grand Cayman, I literally went up to the taxi cab station in Grand Cayman and they were like, oh, there's a beach party. And my family went there and it was kind of cool. It wasn't a beach party. It was like a beach. It was like their version of Mr. Sancho's, but not all inclusive, but still reasonably priced. I can't remember the name of that. So I'm going to try to ask my cousins, my real cousins. And if not, I'm going to try to go back to that one. Or I don't know, but I also have the snorkel mask. So I want to kind of snorkel too. And then, are you talking about the Rio and Montego? I'm sorry, Ocho Rios or Montego Bay, Kristen? I've been to one in Montego Bay. I have not been to the one in Ocho Rios yet. Kelly Ann Tony said, I need to pack. I have mine, but not my kids. Tell them kids, every person for themselves. Brandon is upset because he is catching strays. Siobhan is laughing. On the go, Yellow's trying to figure out whether the cruise. Hey, we only announced cruises right before about the travel. So there's a heavy hitter coming, I think in July 2024. So stay tuned for that. Kellyanne, Tony is saying, I'm not passing up 3.0 for nothing. Absolutely not. So 3.0 is goals for a couple reasons. One, I have not been to Seattle, Washington. So that'll be another state under my belt. And then I can't picture me doing Alaska solo. Like I would probably do it, but I always heard Alaska cruises are like really quiet. So I'm like, cool. One, I'm digging the Celebrity Edge class. And then two, at least like I'll have Melanin at Sea folks with me. And that's one thing I like about Melanin at Sea. It makes you try other things. Like I will be very honest. When I started cruising, I just knew about Carnival and Royal. And Melanin at Sea has opened my eyes to like Norwegian, MSC. I didn't know like the Prima. I learned about the Prima through Rich and Jazz's vlog, and I was watching or live, and I was like, "Ooh, that ship looks sexy," and I booked it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great cruise group. I say try it once. You'll have me, Parker's on the go. You'll have Phil and D and PJ. I think you'll be fine. You'll have Kristen sometimes. You'll have Regina. So I think y'all should try to get on. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Okay, I gotta get Siobhan Parker Rich. Sorry, I don't know how to do it live, Siobhan. It only lets me let me see. Oh, nope. Only thing it says lets me do right now because you're on StreamYard is put you on timeout or something else. So I don't want to do that. But I can add you. I'll make sure I go back and add you in the live, Siobhan, since Brandon be using the Parkers on the go to take out his Mario Kart situations with Phil. It doesn't matter. I'll take you and Brandon. Bring on Shay. Okay, Rio and Ocho Rios. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about the Rio and Ocho Rios. I hope, what is it? G Fox is here to hear that. I don't think G Fox, did you hear that in the replay? Hey, team replay. All right. On the go, it says, yeah, I might want to go. You should come. July, Carla. Yeah, July 2024 is gonna be good. On the go, Yolo says, I'm doing Alaska solo. Then again later with the fam. Oh, cool. I just always heard Alaska is you have to do it YouTube. Oh, okay. I will add the wrench when I get off of this thing. But anywho, it's been an hour and 27 minutes. I was not expecting to rock with y'all this long. I was honestly, y'all, I was thinking about canceling. When I think Kristen, I was talking to Kristen on the side before coming on, and I think Kelly and Tony, who was talking to me in the Melanin at Sea chat, and so I was like, I definitely gotta log on now. And then Phil hit me up, was like, yo, you got like 5 people waiting. So I appreciate y'all. This is the latest live ever. We will not be this late anytime soon. But this is the Monday meetup where if we are meeting up, that means I'm about to travel. So as you all know, I'm heading out on Melanin at Sea 2.0, which will be on the MSC Seascape. All the folks who are from Melanin at Sea, make sure you all travel. I wish you well travels. I wish you upgrades. I wish you luggage arriving on time. I wish you hotel rooms that are clean and sanitary. And most importantly, I wish that you get on that ship on time with no issues and that you are ready to have a ball because it's a lot of just good folks to talk to. Wrapping up here, Phil and D says, love the Ryu, can't wait to put out our Cancun vlogs of the Ryu. Jaretha Parker is saying, hey, see. Carla's late, but she said, hey, Phil. Kristen says, make sure you hit that like button before you don't go and try to comment. If there's anything, I'm sorry, if there's anything that you want to see, y'all, I try to make sure I, see it with Steve. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. Which ports are we going to? We are going to Cozumel or Cancun. We're going to Cozumel. We're going to Ocho Rios. This is how excited about the cruise I am. I don't even know what ports we're going to. I just know I'm getting on a ship to hang out with my cruise cousins. But I think we're going to Cozumel. We're going to Ocho Rios. We're going to Grand Cayman and some other place. I can't remember. I'm just literally getting on this ship to have a good time. So if you want to see anything from those reports, actually comment on the video. Ocean Key, yes, MSC's private island. So if you want to see anything from any of those ports or anything on the MSC Seascape, let me know in the comments, the actual comments on the video. I'll make sure I catch that for you. Anybody who requested something about the Magic, is the Magic different from Carnival Legend, that kind of thing, I made sure I caught that for you. So I would do that again. Who we got? Wait, I gotta say, hey, yes, in Jesus' name, we are all gonna get there safely and in an upgrade. Come on. Regina says same to you. Folks said Terrence says safe travels. Thank you, Team Reese. Appreciate that. Folks are speaking. See you soon, Jaretha Parker. Be blessed, Philip. Uh-oh. Brandon's still using your whole name, so he's not over it. Ocean K. Hey, Monet, thank you so much. I took your advice and went to the beach whale, and that will be in the vlog. I appreciate you so much for letting me know about that new spot. So that was where I hung out in Grand Turk. Thank you all. Yes, please watch all the Melanin at Sea vlogs. There'll be a lot of content dropping. All right, y'all. So this is See It With C. Thanks for chatting with me. The next Monday meetup is going to be interesting because it might actually have to happen on a Sunday. And there might be some special guests. But just know the next Monday meetup, Sunday meetup thing is going to be a twofer. 2 cruises in 1 week. So just See It With C. Thanks for chatting with me. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. The next meetup, I believe, is going to be probably Sunday, the 26th somehow, or the 25th or the 26th ish. TBD to be determined. But you want to lock in for that one because there's 2 cruises for that next meetup, and that will probably be the last meetup for the year. So come in because I'm going to talk about 2024 goals as well. And now, yeah, the 26th, 25th will be my last one. I got to figure out which day I'm going to do it. Team Wishes Sam hitting some great spots. Oh, yes, please wave. We want to feel the love at a distance. The Monet says I'm back outside in 2024. Thank you for wishing us a good time. Thank you, Kelly and Tony. I will see you soon. Looking for that secret so I can go. Stay tuned. Thank you, Siobhan Parker. Y'all be safe and enjoy your Thanksgiving. Feed Brandon some vegetables because apparently he needs them. Adrian, take your own advice. And Siobhan, I will make sure I get you a wrench when we get off of here. All right, for real. This is See It With C. Thanks for talking with me. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.